think I'm just gonna send people home. I wish I got the event. That makes me worried. Like, what decision did it choose? And did it mess up my generator? $37, $90. Support. So steel, structural profiles. Alright. And the steel. Let's just do advanced docks. $70, $15. Alright, that's all done. Get you there. Shit. Transport arrived. Administration, prosthetics. Well, let's see what happens.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
Cost 3, so it costs more than a worker? Why would I not just want to send them back and just get a new worker? That's frustrating. Yeah, let's get the ventilators, I guess. Awesome. Still making bad decisions. Two days ahead. So I gotta build the core and the frames. Let's see here, allows us to use an additional vent, redesign, cuts coal use. Alright, do that. Well, let's just break that down since it's totally unnecessary. Steel composites, 25. I don't know if these steel composites do anything else. And support frame. Well, sure, why not? Grateful father, sir. The father of the sick child wants to thank you. He received some news from home. Bless you, sir, for making me keep my head with me paycheck. Wife could afford the treatment for the little one. Doctor says she'll make it. Not much I could have done back home. Motivation rises. Good. I feel kind of committed to getting all my amputees up and running now. Even though it's... Actually, can amputees become foragers? That would be kind of stupid, wouldn't it? Workers. One of our people died. High flow fans. Ventilator. Interesting.
Please report to your workplaces.
Three days ahead of schedule, huh? Alright, cool. negotiate. Above dangerous. Better working conditions. Off with the gloves. Sir, a group of senior overseers is here to talk to you about dealing with worker protests. Lives depend on us finishing the generator in time, yet the workers keep striking. Why are you putting up with this? We have guns. Just give us the order and we'll put a swift end to this tomfoolery. I'll think about it. Let's do it. No, I don't want to do either of those things. Back in business. A beaming worker approaches you, walking stiffly on a newly fitted prosthesis you had shipped from the homeland for him. I just wanted to thank you. I was slowly going mad working in the care house. For half pay, now I'm back in business. Glad to hear that. Deadly dangerous. Labor. Work standardization. Strike busting, penal colony. Class segregation. Our employees deserve the best accommodations. Higher motivation. Let's do this.
New rules are in place.
Oh, that's why it's not working. It's because I don't have any guys here. Promise safety, sir. You promise not to employ people in this workplace unless it was no longer dangerous. If you break this promise and force people to work here, it'll immediately go on strike. Carry on. Safety purse. What are you talking about? Whatever.
All employees, leave your workplace in order.
Alright, so that's 10. So I need 6 more. 2 days ahead of schedule. Actually, what I need to do is get 15 workers and go to that next spot. Alright, come over to the workers' camp. We have several tents set up in the shell depression as if to hide from the wind. 68. So it allows for 2. Just get efficient gathering. Yeah, I didn't realize it said build 2 support frames. Oh, it's about to get cold. First snow. On this morning, the camp wakes up to the sight of dancing snowflakes. The first snow came much sooner than anyone expected, and although it melts soon, the mood remains depressed. People shuffle through the mists of the falling snow, muffling their voices and turning them pale like ghosts. Someone curses under their breath. This is the last thing we needed. Working in such cold is going to be a drag. This nasty surprise heralds an unnaturally early winter, but nobody feels like talking about that. Motivation will fall even more each morning. We must endure. Let's get that there. Faster gathering. Motivation will rise. You have to build engineer lodgings. Internal promotion. I'll raise motivation. What do these cost? That costs quite a bit of steel. Strike breaking, I'm not going to do that. Sure, we'll do internal promotion.
Regulations change.
Dozens of workers eye us suspiciously as we approach. They are a pitiful sight, starving, dressed in rags which don't cover their injuries. Survivors. The workers tell us about Site 120, where they toiled in inhuman conditions under the slave-driving boss until they had enough and ran away one night. They beg us not to betray them if we visit their site. They're starved, and about half of them are sick. They won't survive alone in the wilderness. Collapse mine. Leave them. Lead them to our camp. Lead them to our camp. Alright, so that's gonna be 50. Alright, I do have enough people there. Alright, just come up here and get that done. Toxic gas will fall tomorrow. That's 12. Alright, good. Welcome. Go over to the workers' camp. House of Disease. A worried medic reports an outbreak of venereal disease at the House of Pleasure. At least one of the employees got clap and is spreading it. We must start mandatory medical examinations to the staff and send the infected home, or at least isolate them. Cure the infected. Shut down the House of Pleasure. People will get sick more frequently. Nah, just cure the infected. Wasn't there something where they get 2 spots? Farming 3 piles, 2 piles. Alright, Claps Mine. We can see some industrial buildings there. No smoke or other signs of activity. I hope I didn't waste too much wood. I kind of feel like I might have. Let's break that down. Get an infirmary again. Change in plans. The beginning of the end. Change in plans. Sir, a telegram from London. We're going to be cut off. The frost is coming sooner than expected. The Royal Meteorological Society warns that the sea will freeze in 12 days, stopping all navigation and fishing. We will cease all shipments in 10 days. Start stockpiling materials and foods. Evacuation by an icebreaker is planned in 18 days. It is imperative that you complete the generator by then. Good luck. Temperature will fall dramatically. Delivery will end on day 37. You must finish the generator by day 45. I see. Preparing for cold, sir. The coming cold threw everyone off guard. If the forecasts are true, it will make finishing construction that much more difficult. Crew working on technology start thinking about ways we could at least somewhat mitigate the coming cold. If you want to do so, some ideas could be developed into the solution per your request. Show me. New technology will be shown. Heaters, healthcare insulation. Collapsed mine. It's a coal mine. It's about to be evacuated after a collapse. Site 120. This must be the generator construction site the workers told us about. 3 days. 2 days ahead of schedule. I'm a little worried. I blew through all of my... Break that down. Break that down. Alright, well, that's not great. How many do I got? 10. Let's get some of those. Let's do that. Low motivation, sir. The people lack motivation to do their jobs properly. The efficiency of all workplaces suffers as a result. We must do something about it. I would love to. This place eerily resembles our own camp, but is destroyed by fire and riots. It seems that their generator was very nearly completed before it blew up. Site 120 was destroyed by a violent rebellion. Unburied bodies lie everywhere. We found no survivors. Peeking into the generator pit, we saw even more bodies scattered at the bottom. Judging by their clothes, it must have been the victim. Most of the victims were engineers. All buildings were in ruin, gutted by fire or wrecked on purpose. We'll gather whatever supplies we can and leave this terrible place. Take resources. Snowy hills. Numerous footprints lead from Site 120 towards the snow-covered hills. Some of the survivors and maybe perpetrators may have fled there. Our last hope. Thank you for investigating Site 120. We're sorry to hear of their fate. Surely the workers you took in must know more than they're letting on. We strongly suspect that subversive elements are hiding amongst them and urge you to keep an eye out for their dangerous syndicalists. According to the reports from all over the globe, the cooling shows no sign of slowing down and the other generator projects scrapped. Your site is now Liverpool's last hope. If the evacuation becomes necessary, you can count on us. Promise safety. Carry on. Strike. Try to appease them with extra rations. Yeah, see, it's... We followed the fugitives into the foothills, but lost their trail here. The freshly fallen snow has covered all the footprints. Searching the area, we found some resources scattered around, and the fugitives must have left all non-essential supplies behind to lighten their load before entering the hills. There's no telling what happened to them, but considering the remoteness of the island, this land, and the harsh climate, they are likely to die of starvation and of exposure before finding any help. Take resources. Hey, that's pretty cool. We'll take those. Come back to them here. Fire danger. Sir, a small fire broke out in the unfinished core. We managed to put it out before it spread, but it's bound to happen again if we do not improve worker safety. Additionally, we can build fire dampeners inside the structure to limit the scale of any potential fires and damage them. Build fire dampeners. Remind me later, we'll manage them. Build fire dampeners, that's fine. Spreading anxiety, sir. People we rescued from the workers' camps, those who fled the failed generator site, are unhappy with life in our camp. They complain about workplace safety and overtime. They call the work conditions inhumane. They claim that our camp resembles their own too much. What's worse, our people are listening to them grow. Just beat some sense into them. A few people get hurt, discontent will fall. Ignore them. Stolen chemicals, sir. A large amount of benzol, a flammable solvent, was stolen from the stores. Overseers want to look for it in the workers' quarters. Maybe someone took it to keep warm at night. I sure hope so. The head of the overseer is worried, but benzol is a commonly used to fashion fire bombs. I would sleep easier if we find it. Do we have your permission to search the workers? Strike will rise for 2 days. Let it slide. Do it.
The shift is over. Please stow your tools.
One of our people died. Okay, we'll get healthcare installation. Let's just run you down to the hunting ground and we'll have you run resources back and forth. Alright, support frames are done. can't imagine they're not going to make me do something with those. Transport arrived. Go ahead and send it. Set up camp. Daily loss alarming.
Attention, the work shift starts.
The foundry is on strike. Appease them with double rations. Day 35. 4 days ahead of schedule. Maimed by a machine, sir. Several workers were seriously injured by the machine they operated. It seems the piece of equipment was malfunctioning for some time before the accident, but it was too important to be taken offline for maintenance. The accident happened because the steam core safety was dangerous. This is unfortunate. Come on, baby. Shipment arrived. Let's do that. Oh boy. Now what? There are people inside the core that die. Evacuate them. Must get them out now. Fire in the core. Sound of explosion comes from the generator and the din. A terrified voice as a fire broke out in the nearby finished core. Many workers are trapped inside. We can evacuate them, but the fire is allowed to spread unchecked. It'll destroy the core and forever affect the generator. Evacuate the workers carefully and cut off the air supply to put the fire out. Discontent will rise. Use the fire dampeners. The generator will be of normal quality. Many workers will be gravely injured. Some of the progress of the core will be lost.
Please report to your workplaces.
Just push me back to 3 days. Why are my people's motivation so low? Daily loss. Core is on strike. Feed them with extra rations. After a short but heated discussion, reject your proposal. Such scraps for lapdogs, you fat bloodsucker. The emotions subside. The workers' representative approaches you with the proposition. These are our demands. Better working conditions. Shorter shift. Full day off. And negotiations. Carry on. See, this is bullshit. It's like not recognizing what's going on here. Set up camp. thankless bastards, sir. The workers you so selflessly decided to rescue talked our people into going into strike. Now they demand safe working conditions, shorter working hours, healthier food, better accommodations, and a good salary. There's absolutely no way we could satisfy those demands. What should we do? Use lethal force to pacify them, let them strike. Negotiate. Try to appease them with extra rations. God damn it. Short shift construction. One day. Raise them with double. So you've got coal, you've got that.